So I'm ScrawtVermillion. I've been playing fighting games competitively for 12 years already. We used to play a lot back in like the early 5K days on Wing Cowards, mostly KOF 98, 2002. And I started for real with Marvel's Captain 3, and then moved to Melty in 2012. So I've been playing all sorts of anime fighting games ever since, pretty much. I was basically focused on Melty God, but Persona Arena, Blaze Blue, or Dragon Ball Fighters, Rambo, some of the other ones I've played.
Yeah, I remember the Dragon Ball days. You had a couple pretty good runs at Frosties and whatnot.
Yeah, I had a crazy Evo run that one time.
That's right, I forgot about that. And with MBAC specifically, you've had some success with Old Melty too, right?
Yeah, with Actors again. It's my favorite game of all time for sure. I pretty much won every Otaku after the first one. So 2015 was Goichi, and I've won everything ever since.
Wow.
And I have a lot of streaks at other tournaments, Frosty Fostings, for example, that's the other big one. I have also won Combo Breaker, a couple of victories in the Climax of Night also. I'm the only Melty Actress again champion that's won 2 years in a row.
That's impressive.
2 years.
So this this might be a foolish question, but talk to me about your expectations for this weekend.
For Melty Blood specifically, I want to win. I think there's no reason not to. It's bleeding out to Evo especially. It's a tournament I'm taking basically to test my new routes, test my new setups, see how this works out, my new tools work at a high level, make the best out of them, and then refine, prepare for Evo. And in regards to Street Fighter, just do as best as I can. It's a new game, it's out of my comfort zone. There's so many like legendary fighting game players in there, so it's always an honor to fight versus all of them.
So you brought up Street Fighter. You got any other games you're playing this weekend, or is it just Melty and Street Fighter?
Only Melty and Street Fighter.
Nice. All right. So top 8, we've already had some upsets, but we got another set of pools coming up. Who's your dark horse, kind of? Who isn't projected to make top 8, but you're like, man, so and so's been cooking. I think they got a good shot.
I think Link Pendragon actually has potential to get far.
Yeah.
Because they're pretty good, and their Saber is a pretty strong character. Got a lot of buffs that I don't think she needed, but
yes.
So definitely keep an eye on them.
We are in agreement about the Saber buffs for sure. So you're somebody who definitely spends a lot of time in the lab. Talk to me about prep work for this weekend. You said you were kind of working toward Evo. What's step 1, I guess, with CEO?
For CEO right now, the work that we were doing with the Coma Bros back in PSA was optimizing every confirm possible. So how do I optimize my damage if I get an anti-air confirm? How do I optimize my damage? I want to close around and I get this confirmed. So try to get all the possible Moondrag confirms, all the possible punishes that I can get based on which starter, which situation. So once those become second nature to me, then it's going to be more of a studying matchups specifically. I'm preparing for all the foreign competition. Especially we have now Korean Wrestling Man coming from Korea, for example. We have the Moai games, so those matches specifically is what I'm going to work towards.
So speaking about matchups, are there any player matchups or just character matchups in your path that you're kind of looking at and going, okay, I need a little extra prep work? Who you got your eye on?
Just PCL. That's Koma's worst matchup by a landslide.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just gonna play Koma solo this tournament. But if I think I'm having a rough time, I always have the pocket roll. I've gotten second, I got all the way to grand finals with solo roll at Frosty, so yeah. I know it can work.
Yeah, we've definitely seen evidence that you definitely got the Roa. So underrated multiplayers in general, maybe not just the CEO. Everybody's kind of got their dark horse, I guess. Who's your favorite up and comer right now?
I like Goho a lot. I like a lot of the work bros. I like Red Sprite. Red Sprite is really good lately.
Yeah.
Aaron is probably like the biggest up and comer.
Yeah.
That's by far for sure. So those 3, the ones that come to mind right now. But yeah, there's a lot of up and comers, so it's always cool to see them.
Yeah, especially in a game that's developing like Melty for sure. Well, that's all I got, bro. Anything you want to shout out? Anything you want to plug?
Check my YouTube channel.
Hell yeah.
I do Melty content for it and play Melty Blood. It's a great game.
A lot of good tutorials on there too. So, well, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to me, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Good luck this weekend.